GitHub is a free project management platform that we're going to be using to host our textbook code and files. It's okay if you've never used GitHub before. The purpose of this video is just to give you a quick overview of the interface and platform. A few key features of GitHub. The first is that your repository is your workspace. So once you follow the instructions on Lantern and you clone the template for the Lantern textbook, then that will be your repository in your workspace where you can edit your files with the in-text editor. You may also add collaborators to any of the projects. This could be helpful for faculty and librarians who are working together on a project. Perhaps you've helped to set up the textbook, and then once it's up and running, you'd like to give the faculty member access so that they can begin editing their textbook in real time if they'd like to. You could also collaborate with other librarians who are working on projects together. GitHub also has version control, so you can see all of the edits that you've made to your textbook. And then another feature is that you can use other repositories as templates to clone and customize the content, which is essentially what we're teaching you to do with Lantern. Once you create an account and log in, this will be your landing page. On the left side, you'll see a list of all of your repositories. In the center, this will be a list of recent actions, which are essentially edits that you've made to different projects that you have. And then also, if you're part of a team, you can create an organization and then have a team. You would be able to access the team on this page also. So let's go ahead and jump into our project. Now I'm in my project repository, and from here, the only folder that you're going to need to access is the source folder. That's where all of the essential files that you'll be editing are living. So within here, we have the chapters folder, images, preprocess, a metadata YAML file, and a references file. Let's go ahead and take a look at the metadata file. This is the place where all of your textbook information, such as the title, subtitle, author, keywords, etc. lives. And so if you wanted to update your textbook title or maybe the authors, you can use the in-text editor right here. So I'll click on the little pencil, edit this file, and let's say I forgot to add another author name. Once you're done editing, you can scroll down to the bottom, and then if you want to, you can include a little description of the edit that you made. This will keep a history and a record of the edits that you make to your textbook. And then once you're done, you can click Commit Changes. I'm going to go back to my previous folder, the source folder, because I want to start editing a chapter. So I'm going to open up the chapters folder. And here are the markdown files of my chapters that I have uploaded so far. So if I wanted to edit one of these chapters, I could click there. And then it shows a preview of what the chapter looks like. So I know that with this Introduction to Probability Standard, I would like to change this into a heading. Right now it's just bolded. So I'm going to click again on the little pencil icon. And then I'm going to delete these asterisks and instead add 2 hash marks. Delete the asterisk there too. Once I'm done, I can preview to see what it looks like. Oh, and look, it's a heading 2. That looks good to me. So now I will scroll down, David heading, and commit. If you've already published your textbook to GitHub Pages as a live website, it'll take about a minute for these changes to upload to your site. I'm going to go back to my OER project homepage. One other thing that I can point out here is that in this About section is where you can provide a description or the URL to your project. I find it really helpful to add the URL here so that way I have easy access to the live site and can easily share it with others. To do that, once you've published your site using the instructions within Lantern, you can go to Settings. We see our repository name. I'm going to scroll down to Pages. And our live site is published here. So I'm going to copy the link address and then go back to our OER main project landing page. Click the little cog and then paste the URL in the description. Click Save Changes and the URL shows up right there.